Welcome back, everyone, to more from the SAbleyes. It is round 6, I believe, of the Omnipoke Online Play League, and today I'm going up against top of the table Joe. He hasn't lost a round yet, so if we can take a game off of him, I'll be pretty happy. If we can win the set, which I'm sure we can manage, then we should be good to go. I would like to, though, say that Joe is an incredibly good player, so any result here is going to be worth a couple of good points for me. Hopefully it all works out. I've got a couple of lists that I'm going to talk to you about in just a second, but before we do, if you do enjoy the content, then please consider subscribing. Go and check out Omnipoke if you don't watch them already. Be surprised if you watch me and not them, but jump over there and take a look. Leave this video a like as well. The Omnipoke Online Play League videos haven't been getting a lot of love across the board. Like, no one's watching them, no one's liking them as much as I would have thought. It's a great opportunity to see lots of good players, so please like and watch them. It's worth it, I can guarantee it. I'm going to tell you all about my decks right now, and hopefully we've got what it takes to get the win today. So the 3 decks that I'm going to be taking up against Joe here, I'm going to be taking Eternatus, Ability, Centiskorch, and ADP. Yet again, I've done a little bit of a change to ADP. It's not quite as aggressive. It's a little bit more focused on energy switch, so there's a bit more opportunity to get that turn 2 GX attack going off. It's designed relatively well. This is one I think that I can't remember exactly where the core concept from this case. It's the same ADP list that you've seen forever. What am I talking about? Hopefully it comes up. The Tool Scrapper has been pretty useful in my testing to get rid of annoying big charms, and also the Vitality Band is important. It means that Zacian can hit that 270 number. I really like that. I've also got Ability Senti. This is the one that Cash has used over the last few weeks. I've been really enjoying this one. In fact, I think I'm probably going to start off with this because there's every chance going first that Joe decides to go first, which means that this deck will get an opportunity to shine. I also have our Eternatus list, which has been floating around for a long time. This is Poison Eternatus. I still haven't actually done a video on this one, to be fair. It's very, very good, very consistent, but it is easy to counter. So I don't want to jump in expecting them to play Eternatus. So I think Ability Senti is the way to go. We'll jump on to those games right now. Hopefully we get lucky. Alright, game 1 up against Joe from Omnipoke. I've chosen to go with Centiskorch. We'll see how this works out. We've won the coin flip. I'm actually going to go second, so we'll see how he responds to that. We've got a very good start here. We've got Volcanion and Jirachi, Switch, Giant Hearth, Quick Ball. We've got pretty much everything that we could ask for, so feeling pretty good about this start. It's just a matter of whether or not we can maintain it. I'm going to put these 2 Pokemon down and then let Joe go, and he's opted to start with Volcanion as well, so this could be an interesting one. The Giant Hearth might be useful for both of us here, so probably a good thing that I did choose to go second. Yeah, we'll wait and see how the game plays out. Obviously, we're in a good position if it is a mirror, because we will be able to accelerate more energy more quickly, which is good. The Jirachi in the active means we're a solid chance of finding a welder, but of course we will need to use our switch before we start doing all of our other stuff. Oh, we're playing against Rhyperior, so it's probably like a counter box, perhaps. We might see like a Melodic. That could be interesting. I don't have a lot of faith in this kind of deck. I've tried to get this deck to work for quite a bit. In fact, I tried to get a video on it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I could never get the right list together. So if Joe has a solid list here, then I'm feeling, relatively comfortable that we will be able to get the win, but it's going to take a bit of effort. We are going to need to obviously have a good run here. Hopefully a good start gets us through the initial barrier. But, anything can happen. It's the joy of these Omnipoke Online League games. It's taking a bit of time here to make the decision. Have a look through the deck, search the cards, figure out what's prized, and then go from there. No Flare Starter is a good thing for us. No Welder early is a good thing, but it does mean they could potentially find themselves in a position to knock out a Centiskorch turn 2. does, of course, really rely on them getting what they need. It looks like we're grabbing Dub Wall. Fair enough, that will come onto the field. Maybe a bit of a safe option just in case, you know, we're not sure exactly what we're playing up against. That makes a lot of sense. Double obviously has that soft wool ability, which means it takes 30 less damage. So that's, you know, it's fine by me. We've managed to find Scoop Up Net here, which is very good. I'm just going to Stellar Wish straight away. This is good. This is pretty good. Alright. I'm going to... What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I'm going to scoop up the Jirachi. Put the Volcanion in the active. Then I think we quick ball away the Jirachi to grab the Centiskorch. We can do that quite comfortably. We can play that down, then grab Giant Hearth. I can get rid of the second Giant Hearth because there's every likelihood that that Giant Hearth is going to remain in play. I'm going to Welder to the Centiskorch, both energy, knowing full well that I've got a Crobat. We can potentially grab ourselves what we need. No need there. This is a pretty good spot to be in. I think it's safe to just Flare Starter. And then next turn we can potentially get ourselves going from there. So I'll just Flare Starter. We'll put 1, 2... Is there a reason to not put this last one on the Centiskorch? We'll put it on the Volcanion just to be safe. Just to be safe, because you never know. Because I reckon that pretty much everything that we need to do, we can deal with the Centiskorch with 4 energy. Because it's going to go, what? It's got 5 multipliers. We're doing 200 at the moment. An extra 1 will be enough. That'll get a knockout on a double. So just an attachment will do the job for us there. So I think we're fine. We've got Switch, we've got Crobat, we've got Fire Crystal, we've got pretty much all the things that we need. It's just a matter of whether or not we can get some momentum here. Whether we can kind of set our board state up well enough to get the knockouts we require. Welder means there's no Gust, so our Centiskorch V is 100% safe. I am concerned about a potential Milotic V, though. That is a card that this deck does play. It's a Reshizard, okay. So we've currently got all the prizes we need, and the Dedenne. What was that they just got rid of there? 2 Welders. Ooh, yikes, okay. Looking for a switch, possibly. So yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. They're going to switch into the Volcanion and take the knockout, and that's fine by me if they were to do that. We would then just need to find ourselves access to a single VMAX card to be able to return the knockout. We don't want to get put in a position where we're going to get returned again. And it all just depends on whether the Melodic is being played, and you have to presume that it is. Here's a Crobat. We could potentially look for some more cards. Pokemon Communication will probably grab that Crobat back, to be fair. Probably just using that for a bit of thinning out of the hand. Pokegear, have a look at the top, nothing there, no worries, and then Crobat for 4. This is feeling pretty good. I feel like if we can get ourselves another Centiskorch V set up, we are in a really, really positive position. Even if they do take the knockout, we get a couple of energy on a Centiskorch with a Welder, and we'll be in a very, very strong spot. Even if they don't do anything, we can just switch into the Centiskorch here and give ourselves a pretty solid chance to do well. In fact, that's probably an ideal situation if they don't do anything. If Joe doesn't do anything, we could be in a pretty strong spot. But we just want to make sure that we maintain our momentum. We 100% definitely need a second attacker. So we just have to wait and hope that this is going to pan out for us. We've got as good a hand as possible to deal with it, so we'll wait and see. And I think here is Joe leaving that bench space open. We just don't want to overcommit to our Centiskorch V here. We don't want to put too much pressure on the one VMAX, because if that VMAX does get knocked out, we will be in a lot of trouble. There's an energy onto the Reshizard, so potentially gearing up for a big attack next turn. There is the switch into the double, so we will need to use a little bit of our brain here. The best thing though is that we can just get rid of Giant Hearth. With Giant Hearth, search out nothing, and then Crobat, because we don't need that energy. We've got Fire Crystal in hand to grab if we need it. I am very aware that we could be in a bit of... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I knew we were going to be in trouble, but I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. Oh my goodness. Oh no! We're going to get punished. We're going to get punished. Just watch the Gust now. There's going to be like a Welder and a Gutless. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. Why does this happen? Why does this game do this to me? Hey, at least there's another Pokemon on the field. Here comes the Welder. That's going to go onto the Reshizard. Draw an extra 3 cards. Well, now we're in such an awkward spot. We absolutely have to top deck out of this now. There is no doubt in my mind that if we do not get out of this right now, we are going to be in a bit of trouble. Luckily, they're not going to be able to easily take a knockout. They might need to use the GX attack. There's the GX attack, okay. So did opt to use that there. We are now in big, big trouble. Okay, it's fine. We can Dedenne. I'm going to use Giratina. We're going to get rid of that energy. Just because now, if we do need to use it down the track, we can. I am going to attach to the active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 240. That's 280. Let's grab Dedenne. Try and get ourselves the VMAX. But now we've overcommitted, right? We have overcommitted to the active. If they do get just the one... Oh, this is brilliant, though, to be fair. This is actually genuinely very good. We can reset Stamp here. We don't have a Pokemon, which kind of sucks. We can reset Stamp. Reduce them down to 3. And now the question is, what is the best knockout to take? I think it's just the active. And we are within the correct numbers, right? 7 times 4. 5 times 4 is 200. Plus 2 times 4 is 80. 280. I don't think that there's anything else that we need to do. I think we just G-Max Centinferno and hope that the Stamp sticks. If it does, we have Boss for next turn. We can take a big 2 prizes on the Boyo, the Dubwool. They are going to be able to hit into me here, which is quite frustrating. But it's not the end of the world. We've got ourselves a little bit more to work with here, and hopefully they have less. They can choose to come up and take a... What are they going to do? They're going to do 120 plus 369. That would be... Oh, this will be really sad here when they go Melodic, Aurora Energy, or Melodic and then research into Aurora Energy Welder. It's going to be very upsetting, frankly. But I don't think there was anything else that we could have realistically done. We just had to hope for the best, and if it works out, it works out. Indeedy. Okay, so they're not going to use the Melodic. Here comes the Dedenne. Are they going to get all the things that they need? Possibly. Psychic's going to do 60 more for each energy attached. So a lot of damage. Here comes the double fire. So here comes... They're going to Welder onto the Indeedee for sure. They've got the Aurora. They've got the Welder. They win the game, pretty much. Pretty much. If they've got Welder, they win the game. They don't have Welder. Okay. Right, so now we're in a spot. We are in a spot. 180. Let's just have a look here. Let's just see what we have access to. We have access to Eldegoss. Eldegoss seems like a good Pokemon to have access to. We have a Welder in the discard pile. We have a Heatran. So what we can do is we can use Heatran to knock out one of these 2 Pokemon. by using its ability. We can Welder to the Heatran using Eldegoss and take the knockout on the double. And then Gust up the Volcanion for game. I think that's the right play. Okay, let's do the things. We do this. Get our 2 Fire Energy. Probably should have used the Giant Hearth first. We can attach. I need 2 off of the active here. So let's switch. I need to move 2. 1, 2. Because that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Which will deal with that. And leave 5 on the benched Senti. Then I can Giant Hearth away the thing here. I don't think that there's anything that we can realistically do apart from just hit the GX and hope for the best. If they... Well, to be fair, they can't Gust and Welder, so this is a good position to be in. I've actually made an exceptionally good play here. I sound surprised because I am. Now all we need to do is Gust. We've got energy to retreat any one of our bench Pokemon if they choose to try and stall. We can knock out Volcanion with either Heatran or Centiskorch. Joe's best spot here is going to be using in DDV to knock out the Heatran and hope, or to stall, like Stamp and stall. Those are pretty much the only 2 plays that I can see. But then again, I'm blind when it comes to this kind of stuff. Top level Pokemon is really, really hard. I haven't been doing a lot of it recently, so this is a very nerve-wracking experience for me right now. Kind of in a spot where I really should start playing more competitive style Pokemon because of Players Cup 2, which is coming up soon. Oh, pardon me. Oh boy, the stress. Oh, there's the concession. We take the first game. That's a relief, frankly. Alright, game 2. I'm going to be playing ADP, just for something different. It's a bit of a different list, as you've seen, so we'll see how we go. Now, I don't know whether he wants to go first or second. Me first, please. No worries. Would I like to go first? No, I would not. I would not like to go first. Hopefully, we can get ourselves a pretty good start. And I mean, this looks pretty solid to me. We've got an ADP and a Zacian. We've got a Cherish Ball. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. And it looks like we are going to play a mirror. Thrilling action here on the PTCGO ladder. Well, not the ladder. On the Omnipoke Online Play League. We are seeing ADP mirrors for days. And going second means that we have the first opportunity to use our GX attack. And the hand that we've been given is actually acceptable when it comes to trying to make that happen. The only thing that I wish we had was a Quick Ball or a way to discard a Metal Energy. If we had that, then we'd be absolutely loving life. We could Cherish Ball for the Dedenne, we could play that down, draw a bunch of cards after using Zacian to get that Metal Saucer attachment, and then all we'd be looking for is a Water Energy and an Energy Switch. So I'm hopeful that we are provided a Viridian Forest. It is not likely. Here comes ADP from Joe. He's going to grab that down and presumably attach an energy to it. You'd think that, yeah, all he needs to do here is just use the Intrepid Sword ability. That is fine. We have Boss. That's not helpful. Let's have a look. I think this is our only realistic play. So we need to Dedenne. All 4 energy switches are there, but only 2 metal sources, which is a bit disappointing. And we only have a couple of energy left. So we are going to need to get a little bit lucky here. We do at least have access to Zacian. Alas, these energies must be discarded. We'll get rid of them. See what we can do. We have a Quick Ball and an Energy Switch. I think this Quick Ball needs to go for a Crobat if we have it. Because we've got the Energy Switch in. Actually, no. What we could do is we could just use Oranguru to push that Energy Switch backwards a little bit. So I will do that. We will Primate Wisdom the Energy Switch to the top of the deck. The question is, do we play down the Zacian? I don't think so. We want to leave our bench space open a little bit more. Okay. We achieve nothing. Big fat nothing from us. All that we've done is give Joe an opportunity to GX first. So there goes that one. If he does get Switch and Water Energy, then this is going to be an incredibly tough game. Especially if he drops a Marnie. Not a Marnie, if he drops a what's-a-majiggy? What do you call him? What's the thing that he plays down that annoys me? The Morwile, that's the one. If he does that, then that's very frustrating, but hey, it's okay. Here comes the Altered Creation. Now, actually, okay, here we go. So I've got Viridian Forest. I can get myself the Water Energy. I'm thinking that I'm going to Quick Ball. We're going to get rid of this Energy Switch. I'm going to go for the Morwile here. I'm going to try and snipe a couple of Pokemon out of his hand. If I can get a Dedenne, brilliant. If I can't, the game was lost anyway. The Dedenne and an ADP. Perfect. Okay. He's got Quick Ball, so he can draw out of it, but he has to draw. The Dedenne can go down. I like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play down Viridian Forest. It gives him access to energy, but I have to use Viridian here. And I'm going to get rid of... What am I going to get rid of? I don't think I get rid of the metal. I think I get rid of the... I've already got rid of one Zacian. Oh, this is a tough choice. I think it's the energy switch. We'll just get rid of that. That's least useful to me right now. I'll play this one down. Now, did he have a switch in his hand or not? I can't remember. Honestly, I'm not sure. We'll play the air balloon down. I will Primate Wisdom Boss's Orders to the top of the deck. And then I will GX. So if we get Marnied, then I have Boss for next turn. I can't remember if he had Switch or not. I should have been paying more attention. I was just so excited because I saw 2 useless cards for him going onto the field. And if he wants to draw cards, you have to play the second Dedenne, so that's really, really good for us. Here comes the Quick Ball. He did have Switch. Okay, so it wasn't a waste after all. Now, he does need to find Gust. Looks like he has it in the bin. Yeah, he's got 2 in there. So Eldegoss will be able to gust up the Dedenne. It will take a couple of prizes here. And I'm in a position where I kind of need to do a little bit of work. I wonder why that... Oh, because he's gonna Eldegoss and thin the hand down as quickly, as much as possible. Maybe even top deck a Crobat off of that, which would be excellent. There's the Morwile. He did top deck a Crobat. What a lovely boy. Being able to just grab everything that you need. Wouldn't that be nice? A really positive situation for us here is that we are going to be able to get a knockout on our own. The negative situation is that he probably just ultimate raised to a second ADP. And we find ourselves in a little bit of strife because he can just continually do what he needs to do. Regardless, he's gone for the Zacian, which I respect. Now, I think we probably just lose, because I have no way of dealing with this massive hand. I'm going to need to Marnie and Hope, effectively. Well, I mean, I can't Marnie and Hope, can I? Because I've got a boss. I've got the boss. Well, this has been a really fun one. I think we just get rid of the Dedenne, and we just hope that he doesn't have it, but he definitely does, so there's no point. We'll just keep doing all the bits and pieces that we need to do. I'll just rip this because it doesn't matter. Draw a bunch of cards. Maybe I randomly play a reset stamp in this deck now. Look at that. No, I don't. We'll just go Ultimate Ray, and then we'll lose next turn. But at least we've got access to ADP again. Oh, look at that. We don't even have the right amount of energy. Beautiful. We're going to need to try and find one of those off of the prizes. There's 2 metal and a water. GG. What a fun format. This is an absolute ripper. We did find metal, and metal there, so good stuff. But alas, we didn't get the turn 2 GX attack, so we lose. It's okay, though. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll just go into game 3. I'll probably just take this one in again. We probably lose to that control deck thing that he had going before. We'll wait and see. ADP, man. Alright, into game 3. I am taking ADP in. Oh, pardon me. Once again, we are going first, so We will see how we go here. We have won the coin flip. Yes, I would like to go first. In all likelihood, they will be playing that welder deck. So we'll wait and see. Although there is a chance that the third option comes up. We'll have to figure out what that is. We are giving him more cards though, which is disappointing. Started as Zacian, we've got Quick Ball, Water Energy, and Energy Switch. So none of those cards particularly useful to us straight away, but we do have the Zacian, which is very important. And look at this, we are going to be going up against this Reshizard deck. We're going to Quick Ball. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to grab ourselves ADP. We'll play that down. We'll play this down. I'm going to have to play the Air Balloon because I don't want a welder to just knock this Zacian out. We'll put this in the active and lose our only water energy, and then off we go. We've got absolutely nothing going on here. Why did I attach that metal energy? I needed that next turn. This game's over. Whoops. Oh, no. Oh, I literally need one thing next turn. It's metal energy, and I just decide to not worry about it. Well, that's okay. We could get lucky off of the top deck. I mean, we've got Energy Switch. What am I talking about? Oh, gosh, just everyone's sitting there going, "Well, Mitch, you're being an idiot. Just being a big dumb idiot, Mitch. What are you doing?" My life. It's my life as being a big dumb idiot. So, with all likelihood, they attach Welder to the Charizard. They double Blaze GX. They do 220 damage to the ADP, and I find myself in a near impossible position where I have to try and win the game. From there, it's going to be a bit rough. I'm going to need something to happen. A Pokemon from them would be great. We can gust out something and try and stall it for a turn. That would be excellent. Any draw would be beautiful. Energy, anything. In fact, energy would be the best, because then I could Ultimate Ray and half hit this thing and power up a Zacian, which I would really enjoy. It would force him to do something. That would be great. But at this point in time, it's not looking great. We are in a very awkward spot. Here comes the Welder. I'm going to weld it to the Reshizard. There'll be an attachment. There'll be a double Blaze. And from there, we just need to make a decision. What is the best thing that we can do to win this game? And we'll all ride on the top deck. Whatever the top deck is, give us a chance to actually do something here. ADP's been letting me down all day, by the way, guys. I've been really struggling with this deck. Oh, okay. We're going to see a couple of energy come here. So this is okay. We're going to half hit with the Steaming Stomp. This means now I can gust and hope that the 4 cards they don't have are Welder double energy. I can hope that that's the case. So at least I've been given a bit of a potential reprieve. If we don't top deck anything, that's really, really good. Best case scenario, we find Quick Ball. Okay, so they're just going to Dedenne into a bunch of new cards. We just have to hope that they miss Welder. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that we can realistically expect to do. If they miss Welder, then we've got a chance. It's that simple. Did they get rid of the switch here? They did. They've gotten rid of 2 switches. Oh, and we just top decked the research. I'm going to play as if I have nothing. We've got the research. Let's hope he misses. We don't need to do anything else. We could find like a Pokemon. We could find another Zacian, which we could Metal Saucer to, which would be great. Just hope that there's no, like... Well, he's used 2 switch already, right? So we've got a chance. We have a chance. We've been given an opportunity to win this game. By stalling this Reshi in the active, we've been given an opportunity. That top deck of research is very big. Here comes the Giant Half. We could potentially see a Welder onto the Reshizard here, which would be a knockout, but at least we'd have tried something. We didn't want to just leave the Reshi... Oh, so they're going to go for the Eldegoss. Okay, so they've got the knockout on the ADP. Top deck Zacian would be swell, because I need to knock this Reshizard straight out. To do that, I'm going to need double Metal Saucer and attachment and Vitality Band. So this is going to be quite tough quite difficult to do from here. I think I made the right choice, though. I didn't... There was only so much I could do. There's only so much I could do. Only so much I could do. Vitality, man. Well, GG. Well played. Rip indeed, Joe. That is absolutely shocking. ADP, whenever you play against it, is super consistent. They get everything that they want all the time. But when I play it, yeah, nothing. Just FYI, we wouldn't have gotten any of those basics, by the way, because they were off of the Intrepid Sword. We would have drawn the Marnie first, so we were still a turn away. We wouldn't have got anywhere from it. So, hey, listen, we lose. We're big old losers. What can you say? So there you go, ADP is cursed. It hates me. I refuse to play that deck ever again. There's no way that I could possibly have a worse opportunity to show off the best deck in format. Those two games there are just... They're typical. I'm obviously doing something wrong. Like the second game, there wasn't much wrong with that. That just, it was what it was. But I'm obviously doing something wrong with my sequencing. So if anyone can jump in and tell me how to fix it and become better, then please let me know, because I am absolutely banging my head against a brick wall with this deck. It is horrific. Hate it. Makes the format so much fun as well, playing ADP mirrors, where it literally the only thing that matters is the first turn of the game. It's the best. I love it. So yeah, good job Pokemon designing that one. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, then please consider subscribing, like the video, go and follow Omnipoke if you don't already. Check out their side of the video. I'm sure Joe has much more insightful comments to make than I made. And yeah, we'll see you next time for more from the SAbleyes. I'm getting sick of losing, though. Would really like to stop that.